Hello, guys, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam, and we are back again this early morning. We are talking about yesterday's game, and I'm gonna give you some few details that I felt like I had left out. Because yesterday I felt like I was a little bit gassed and I was excited. Didn't really give it a proper analysis of the game, and I'm gonna try to do it now this morning. So people are going to be like, what do you really mean? How Liverpool managed to beat Chelsea? Like, what do you really mean? It went to penalties and that was it. I get it. I don't want to lie to you. That was the entire story. They played 90 minutes, 120 minutes, and the game went to penalties. But there are some few things that people are not really looking at. But I felt like if Chelsea had done them well, they would have gotten something out of the game. Because for starters, one thing that we knew getting into the game, they were playing with a team that was exhausted. Let's face it, everyone knows that Liverpool since I don't know since when they've been playing every 3 days. They've been playing a game every single 3 days. Liverpool have been playing a game. So, in terms of match fitness and really ready to play the game, Chelsea were 100% ready for that game more than Liverpool. Because if you saw their last few games that they were playing, they were resting a large amount of main players, if I may say, to try to prepare them for this game. Okay, they lost Kai Havertz, which also I think was going to be one of the most important players in this game. But all in all, if you watch how Chelsea has been doing that thing, you would actually understand that they were resting. The manager had a plan and he was working really into perfection of that plan. So what am I talking about when I say how Liverpool managed to beat Chelsea? Firstly, let's talk about the Chelsea lineup. Every one of us know that we are not going to act like we didn't see what happened 3 days before this game, where we saw Mateo Kovacic leave out of the ground with a knock on his leg. He could not walk properly, and he went out of the game. How many of us were surprised seeing him in the starting lineup? How many of us were surprised seeing Mateo Kovacic playing in the starting lineup? A man who just broke his ankle just a few, should I say, days before this game. What am I saying? I'm trying to tell you that the manager was like Guardiola in a way, trying to play a player who's not really match ready to play the game. Remember what Guardiola did against Real Madrid with who? With the Kyle Walker after he was injured. Don't you see the similarities? Because you are afraid of the team you're playing with, and you know that the last time Mateo Kovacic did well against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, and you feel that you're gonna risk a player. And I don't know if these people even understand that when you play a player who's not 100% match fit for the game, it does not only cost the player for a long-term injury, does not only cost his health as a player or his career in football, but it cost the performance of the team. How was Mateo Kovacic's performance yesterday? The player was playing while afraid of actually attacking. He was afraid of attacking, and I felt like if they had at least put somebody who was fit and who has been performing and who was active. For example, let me give you a crazy guess. Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek, we've been seeing him in the past 3 or 4 games playing with Chelsea, playing so well. And I felt like if he had started, he was going to at least give Chelsea a betterment of what they were looking for in attacking and winning balls in the midfield zone. That's what I'm trying to say. This was one of Tuchel's first mistakes that he made. He did not give enough to the team that was going to supply the likes of Mason Mount, Lukaku, and the players. That's why they never really got the control of the game. They never really got the control of the game, and that's what led into that. So second half, Mateo Kovacic comes out and they put in N'Golo Kante, a player was coming from injury. I didn't know what to expect from N'Golo Kante, but I have to say he did perform in a point where I can say that, yeah, he was. You know how Kante is. He's always good at whatever he does. So I cannot say a lot really complaining about his performance, but I'm going to talk about what this crazy manager of Chelsea did, which I didn't see coming. Every one of us, and like I'm saying, we knew getting into this game that Chelsea had more fire, gunpowder, more power than Liverpool. They were playing a team that was physically tired, and I think playing them to 120 minutes actually strained Liverpool more for the next coming games than we actually expect. And we have to look out for the Champions League that is coming on against Real Madrid, the final. So the other thing that people are not really noticing while we're talking about this is this. At the end of, was it at the end of the game or in the middle of the game? Kante went out in the put. Are we, for example, are we gonna act like we didn't see this manager take out Romelu Lukaku, putting a winger in Hakim Ziyech, leaving a player who was going to play a proper forward in Timo Werner at the bench? He takes out a gunman in number nine, a forward who scores, and put a winger. I don't know. I felt like if Chelsea fans felt like that team played so well, I felt like the person who let them down was their manager and the people who were deciding what they were doing. So he took out Lukaku and put who? A gunman. I even said it when we were playing the game that Tuchel is gonna regret this decision he just made. Taking out Lukaku in an important game like this would cost him. Why I was looking at and also not only because he was taking out Lukaku, but the player he was putting to replace Lukaku, I knew that this was going nowhere. To be honest, I felt like I knew that this was just him adding worse to the already mistakes he had done in the midfield. Then at the end of the game, this man takes out Christian Pulisic, one of the players who seemed like if he had played more, he was going to produce more for Chelsea. He takes him out, and who does he put? Ruben Loftus-Cheek, people. Loftus-Cheek gets in, and guess which position he's playing in? False number 9, because after taking Lukaku, Christian Pulisic had to be the number 9 so that Hakim Ziyech could fill up the position at the winger that he always plays. But he takes out Christian Pulisic and put Hakim Ziyech. Like, does that even make sense? Taking out a midfielder who we have seen that his best position are either maybe playing at central defense or maybe playing at a number 8 or something like that. He takes him and try to make him a false 9. I have to really say something to the manager of Chelsea. You want a Pep Guardiola. You have not trained your players to play false 9 as midfielders. We have only seen Manchester City does that and be successful with it. That was the other error he did in the game. In fact, to be honest, all the substitutes that he did were all error. He takes out Chalaba, who I have to say did not really do well, but he had done enough to at least keep Luis Diaz and alongside with Reece James. They had done enough to keep Luis Diaz from scoring. He was outclassing them, but yes, they had done enough to keep him from scoring them. He puts on the captain. Now, I really don't have a problem with that because Aspaliqueta, I do rate him to a certain level. I know that age has now caught up with him, but that one I didn't have a problem with. But this crazy damage of a manager, what he does again was when the game is about to, I think about 10 or 15 minutes, because remember, Loftus-Cheek came in when it was exactly extra time, right? Then and also after doing that, I think he regretted taking out Christian Pulisic because that's when he got the news that Liverpool had taken out Virgil van Dijk, because I think Klopp had made an agreement with Virgil van Dijk that if this game goes to extra time, I'm taking you off no matter what. Matip is coming to play in your position. And this is exactly what he did to help Virgil van Dijk rest, because he, according to the rumors that I've heard, he's really healthy, nothing, no injury or anything, but it's just the manager is saving his players. That's all that is happening there. But he puts on Loftus-Cheek. Then later on, when he discovered that he's struggling to even produce any notable passes, he takes him out again and put Ross Barkley. I felt like I was having that deja vu thing where Sarri was taking out that kid. What was his name? The one who ended up going to Italy, taking him out 10 minutes after putting him into the game. So it was like a deja vu to me. So I don't want to lie to you. Maybe they were not going to score, but I felt like if the manager had used these players correctly and done well, that would have at least given Chelsea a fighting chance to at least end this game before it went to the penalties and extra time. Because one thing that happened in extra time, Liverpool, what they only had to do was defend. And they did it well. Chelsea tried everything they could, but they just did it well because they didn't have now the firepower that can finish the chances that they were trying to produce. So that was it. That's how I felt like the only way Chelsea managed to really lose this game wasn't because the team didn't play well, but was the damn mistakes that the manager made. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree with my assessment, or you feel that I got it wrong somewhere and I said it wrong somewhere? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. But on the other hand, Liverpool, they're going to need a lot of rest. And if they're saying that they're still fighting for the Premier League, it's going to be a long, long while before we see the end of this one, because they're left with around 2 weeks before the Champions League final. And Madrid is already resting some of its own players. What's going to happen? Jurgen Klopp has to come up with a chance. We got into this. We've come in for the quad. Can we manage to do something meaningful? That's what I'm only saying. But anyway, I'm excited. Today it's a Hammers versus Man City. If the Hammers are beaten by Man City, then it's practically over for Liverpool. But if the Hammers beat Manchester City, then I won't be surprised to see Klopp try to put some of the best players into the game against Southampton so that he keeps on the pressure, because their chance would have opened up for Liverpool to at least do something to at least come close to Man City. I don't know. Do me a favor, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to the Football Connect. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section over the FA Cup final and how you think Liverpool managed to win this and what they did. And yeah, the Mendy thing, not changing with the Kepa, I never really understood that. So I don't feel like even if Kepa was in the game, there was a difference that was going to take place. So what is the purpose of covering that one, that part, that department? I think in the goalkeeper things, it went well. Some players' penalties were saved, some hit the post. That happens. The penalties, they are never really straightforward. But it seems like for the past 3 finals, Chelsea and Liverpool have met, penalties has really been on the side of Liverpool. So let me hear your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the Football Connect. I think I've done at least properly well to assess this game. You will let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe. And I'm out. I'll see you later.
Beats the goalkeeper. You're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan Cruyff.